Hi everyone, I'm just here at Diamond Valley Disc Golf Course here in Diamond Valley. This is where I plan to do the majority of my off-season training, just because I find that this course has a lot of different variety and different shot shapes. So this is where I plan to throw a lot of my discs, because I find that I use quite a few in my bag here. And so I just wanted to take you along on a little practice round with me, just to kind of figure out some lines and shot shapes in my bag. So come join me. Okay, so here we are at hole 1. It's just right off the parking lot here. Well, I'm gonna be playing the A layout today, so it will be 277 foot par 3. So I'm just gonna be throwing a couple shots, seeing what works, seeing what I like, seeing what I have to work on, and I'm just gonna take you along with me. For hole 1, I think I'm gonna be focusing on my passion and my buzz, but you could be really throwing anything from like a putter to a fairway driver here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be starting with my passion though. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a flex over this left-hand side, just because there's more room on that side on a backhand. And then hopefully it'll just drop and fade straight down towards the basket there. Yeah, something like that. All right, feel like the passion works really well. Usually if I throw it at like, say, I don't know, 60%, 50%, it's kind of like my go-to. If I pump the buzz a little harder and really focus on giving it that anhyzer angle, then it can also do the trick. But I like having to like not really work so hard and put all my might into the disc. So we'll try the buzz too. Yeah, that one's not gonna fade back near as much. But honestly, it can still get there. I tried it a little bit in practice and it still gets there. It just, I find the passion is a little more consistent because I'm not really ripping over on it, and I can really hit that line and let the disc do the work. All right, got the birdie there. I forgot to mention that this road here on the side actually does play as a hazard. So that is something to consider when you're shaping your own shots there. So hole 2, we have our first pretty tricky par 4. It is a tight wooded hole. In the summer, it's definitely a lot harder, but all the leaves are gone now, so it's a little bit easier. From the A layout, it is 515 feet. It's honestly just a layup off the tee is what I do. And then after that, it's just one big drive. Hopefully you can get up there for the birdie, but it's really tricky to get. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be throwing, is just a quick layup off the tee. I'm gonna be throwing a zone, just get into position, and then focus on that second shot is very important. There we go. That should land in a nice spot there. Yeah, right in the middle and the opening there. On this one, I don't like to bite off too much more than I can chew. It's just like so important to get right in the fairway on that first shot, so. Okay, so here's where we are. We landed here. I'm probably about another 200 or more feet to the basket. Definitely a long ways to go. I think maybe almost 300 actually. So I'm gonna go passion here, see if I can get kind of just a straight flip up, kind of straight through that little gap there. Might give it a touch of Annie, but that's kind of what we're gonna be working with here. Come on, kick off. Yeah, there we go. Just up the hill there. It's kind of the landing zone I was hoping for, if not even higher up the hill, but can't get too greedy on this one, honestly. Okay, we got a little bit of elevation here, hoping just to get it up there as close as I can and give it a little bit, but I'm definitely far away. Okay, can't be mad about that. With the new CX1 on the back, how do you like it? In the rust orange color. I feel like this bag is my personality. If you want to grab one yourself, I have a link in the description as well. Hole 3, it's 270 feet, both from the A position or the B position. You tee off at the same spot. For me, this is a forehand, and I like to do like a kind of just a straight 2 hyzer forehand, so I'm gonna be going with the Undertaker here. It is directly straight, and then it curves off to the right-hand side, so a little bit of just a slight jut out to the right. Honestly, what I like to do is I like to throw a Undertaker or some sort of straight hyzer disc straight down at that little baby tree that you kind of see in the middle of the fairway there. It's quite just right in the middle there, and then you get quite a bit of skip out of a faster speed disc. So I like to go with like something like a 9 speed or an 8 speed. So I'm gonna be going undertaker here, and then maybe I'll try, I don't know, I might try another one. We'll see how this one works out. Yeah, just like that. Hopefully it didn't push too straight and too long, but felt like that felt pretty good. Maybe I could try like a felon, something a little more overstable. I have like a straighter felon, I might try that one. This one's been in the bag for a hot minute, and so it's definitely a little bit more beat in, but I might try to do that same line just with something that'll hook up a little quicker. Yeah, that one might be too straight now in the bag. I got a decent skip there. We'll see how both of those turned out. Okay, so yeah, this is the little tree I was talking about that I kind of like to shoot my shot over top. If you get by these two guardian trees here, or even honestly this last one on the left, you should have a putt if you can get it to skip up there. But yeah, these two guys have rejected some of my shots before, and honestly it's just the luck of the draw for that. If you can get it to hyzer before those or after those, then you're good. Honestly, a pretty similar landing zone here. May as well try both putts, get the reps in. But yeah, felon or undertaker, both do the trick. Hole 4, it's 576 feet. It's another tricky par 4. We have a Mando up here on the left-hand side. The fairway's pretty forgiving, I feel like, on this hole, for the landing shot at least. Yeah, you mostly just want to get it down there, straight on this fairway. There's like a little OB pathway that snakes. So anything to the left of that is OB, but anything on the right-hand side, you're kind of in the safe zone. I'm throwing a Hades. I'm gonna just try and throw it up and over top of those trees. Hope for a little flip. Oh boy, or just a turn. That was a little bit of a yank, but hopefully I can kick out. Okay, well, this is why we're practicing and I'm throwing multiples. I might throw my Grace actually, or just an undertaker to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna try the Grace, latitude 64, and I'm gonna just focus on having a little bit more of a straight pull through. That one I kind of yanked. There we go. That felt better. And then I'll just let the disc do the work to bring it back into the fairway. Yeah. That sounds great. I honestly might try the aggressive straight down the middle gap here. Normally, if I'm playing for a score or something like that, I'd probably go on that right-hand side and just keep it safe. But I'm gonna see if I can play the birdie because it is right there and no leaves on the trees. It makes me kind of want to go for it. I think I'll try my DD. Okay, well, I definitely got a little chickened out at the end there. But it's safe, what can you do? I might try, let's see if I can try another one here. I'm gonna throw my Sidewinder and see if I can get a little bit closer up there for the birdie. Again, way too safe. Okay, this is where my DD landed and whoa, I'm just trying to get my feet in here. It is treacherous in here. Oh geez, that was brutal. Okay, let's see if I can do it with a putter. Yeah, that's more like it. Ha! Yeah, I guess that's good to know. If I'm throwing the DD, I'm gonna be going long, so I could just like put it down to like a fairway. My Sidewinder was probably pin high from where I threw, so. Oh, geez. Didn't make it. Good thing it's a practice round, oh boy. Yikes. Well, at least this putter will make this one. There we go. Hole 5, 253 feet to the pin. This shot to me is like a hyzer flip or something that goes straight and then has a subtle fade to the right. This is a shot that I've been trying to work on with a mid and a putter, so I'm gonna be throwing a couple here just because this is one of the shots in my game that I find I could use some work and some practice at. So I'm gonna be throwing a detour, shout out Gabby Lee. I'm gonna be throwing a proxy, and I'll be trying a subtle flex with a buzz. So I'm gonna try all three of those, or like a little hyzer flip maybe. We'll see what it does. Let's start with the detour and just see if we can do a one and done. But I do wanna try a couple shots here. Oh my gosh. And that is why I am practicing. This is the most humbling sport in the entire world. I'm gonna try that one again. We'll try it with a proxy right now. I might go back and actually grab that and try the detour again. Oh, I can't turn it. So frustrating. Again, this is why I'm practicing. Okay, see if I can do what I can do with the buzz. Yeah, it's a little nose up, but got down there. And that should be a look for a birdie. I'm gonna go grab those because this is something I wanna work on and I'm here, may as well. Okay, we're back. We have the detour. I'm gonna try that again. There we go. Yeah, that's more what I'm trying to get after. That felt good. I'm still learning that disc, but let's try it with the proxy now. I've been throwing this a lot actually in 2025, the last half of 2025. Been loving the proxy, so I'm gonna try that one out. There we go. See, and this is why I practice. That feels so good. Yeah, don't give up, keep going, practice those shots. It does get better. Look at this, we got the basket surrounded. We have my buzz, the proxy, and over here we have the detour. I'll just do some putts and see if I can get some looks at the birdie. Get it. There we go, got the detour. Third time's a charm, here we go. Yeah, all three. Hole 6, it's a technical par 3. It's 300 feet. This is kind of the main gap in between these trees on the right and left. You want something that's gonna push straight, but also have a hyzer finish. I'm gonna be throwing my straight passion on a hyzer up high and hope that it pushes straight up that hill. Basket's just right on the top of the hill there. The fairway's pretty tight, so here we go. Come on, don't fade too much, just be good. Okay, I'm in the open there. I'll have a forehand approach probably more than likely. Didn't get the push as much as I wanted, but I'm honestly happy with that. Okay, so it looks like we even might have a putt. I'm gonna bring both my zone for a little forehand approach just to see what I like more. And my putters. Ooh, that's tricky. This little strip of trees is kind of right in my way, so not quite what I wanted. Okay, let's try the putt. Honestly, not awful. Oh my gosh. Hole 7, it is 278 feet from both the A and the B position. Both of them tee off here. I love this hole, I think it's so fun. You have this low ceiling here. You kind of have to hit it between this gap. You can kind of see it right in the middle of the fairway, but you also need something that's gonna push up and straight and have a little hyzer finish. I think this hole is so fun. It practices gap hitting and it's a really fun shot. So yeah, I'm gonna throw my passion. Oh, that's too straight. Yeah, I'm gonna try my other passion. There we go. That's the push you need on this hole. Such a fun shot. Yeah, that's at the pin, that's so good. All right, let's try it with the Undertaker just for fun. Shouldn't need that much hyzer on it. There we go, yeah. A little lower, but you'll get the skip. Should be in the circle as well, so. That passion just ended up going a little too straight, didn't put the hyzer that I needed on it. But yeah, the second one was money. This passion was basically just a pitch from the rough, so not much to do there, but I'll just practice the putts. There we go, get some reps in. Look at this passion. If anyone has any more of these glow passions, these things are a workhorse, and it was a huge disc to add into my bag. This 2025 season, I used this thing so much. Love these glow ones. They're a little bit straighter, a little bit more beat-in than a regular passion. I love these. Hole 8, it's 460 foot par 4. Getting off the tee and getting a really good distance drive on the first shot is pretty important, and then you have a easy pitch up for a birdie or par. Yeah, I'm gonna try a couple backhand, a couple forehand, well, probably a backhand and a forehand, and then just see which one I like more for this shot shape. Inside the this little baseball diamond here is OB though, so that's something to mind out or watch out for. I'm gonna throw a DD to start off with. Didn't get enough turn on it. And I think we have a right to left wind, so that just faded out quite quickly. I'm gonna try a shrike. I'm gonna also try the forehand just as like a little layup shot, because I know I can get in position for that. So let's try the shrike out first. But that wind, yeah, let's see. Oh, we have a tailwind, so maybe that is why it hyzered out so much, stabled up quite a bit. Yeah, that tailwind is just stabling it out so much. That thing is usually goes straight right, so try the forehand line here. Yeah, I wanted to hug that right side out, dang. A little too much, but we should have a shot from there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go for my my destroyer here in the middle. I'm gonna try out my Envy, see if I can just give it some hyzer, have it push up the hill. Yeah, that should do the trick. Yeah. Been working on the backhand upshots this season, and that's come in handy a lot for me, so feels really good to execute on those. Oh, just on the left side. There we go. Good correction. Ooh! Little bit of a wonky putt, but that's okay. Woohoo! Hole 9, 229 feet. It is just in the circle of all of these trees here. This one reminds me a lot of Baker hole 3, the old hole 3, where it had like a little tree island. Such a fun hole. I will probably be throwing a forehand. I find that there's a little bit more of a gap on that left-hand side to skip down into the basket. So I'll be throwing a forehand passion at like 50%. So not very hard, but just enough to get it straight and then skip down there. Come on, fade now. Maybe go in? Yeah. So you can use a lot of that width there and really get the shot down there. So turned out well. And a little top in birdie, may as well do one more. Get the reps in. This stamp happens to be my custom stamp. You can actually find them over at Another Round. I love how these turned out. They're straight to stable. Love the passion forehand and backhand. It's a great disc, great for beginners, great for anyone. Any arm speed, yeah, love it. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on the front 9 of Diamond Valley Disc Golf Course. I would love to know what was your favorite hole from the front 9. There's so many good ones. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of those YouTube things. And check out my links in the description below if you'd like to support me or help me out on the road. So yeah, thanks guys so much for watching, and be sure to check out the back 9 as well.